Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Can't you see it? Elders tell Kabiyesi everybody is in fear because of Ogunjàyé. Why did you release Ogüñyãya? You have no right whatsoever to have released that demonic entity called Ogunjàyé. What do you think you are doing? Elders divided over what is going on in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. You know, they said that sometimes you will push people to the wall to a point where they will have no choice but to fight back. That is exactly what has been going on. Kabiyesi has gone through so much. The elders have always, worked against him, fought, cited Oloris and all of that, and things were going out of control in the palace. And what is this man asking for? Just let me be with the love of my life. And because of religious disparity, you just have a problem with Olori Naomi, and you don't want Naomi to stay. And Kabiyesi is not ready to live without Naomi, and he decided to do what he needed to do. They said the moment the news broke that the woman who attempted to prepare Asìri while using the sacred bead had died, everything in the palace changed. There was no ceremony, no money. There was fear, raw, heavy fear that wrapped the entire Ile-Ife palace like a thick fog. The elders rushed into the palace, their robes flapping and their eyes red with worry and tension. This was not, it's not an ordinary pie. They knew it. They had to go to Kabiyesi. She had barely finished the chant, barely touched the forbidden material to the bead before Ogüñyãya struck her down. No noise, no warning, no delay. Her body was found stiff, mouth still parted, the bead clutched in her hands and her eyes frozen in shock. She didn't even get a chance to scream. That's how fast it happened. They have told them, they have warned them. You see Ogüñyãya, his own is judgment. He doesn't give you a chance to repent. Ogüñyãya judges you. And it was the reason why Kabiyesi released that thing. Because these people, they are stubborn. They no degree hear word. They no degree hear word at all. This bead, Kabiyesi's bead, is secret. It's a seal, a royal inheritance that should never be used to tamper with spiritual balance. But someone somewhere thought it was okay to steal it, thought it was okay to use it to prepare Asìri to cover wives whose immunity was at the verge of being stripped. Now the palace is boiling, boiling like hot water. They say elders gathered. Daylight, it's not a small something, no. Chiefs who hadn't visited the palace in months stormed in. Heated argument began. Everyone had questions. Who authorized this ritual? Who gave the woman access to the sacred bead? Why would anyone dare to awaken Ogüñyãya, a deity whose name alone, sent tremor through the deepest part of Ife's ancestral memory? And most importantly, why have the Ooni of Ife allowed Ogüñyãya to roam free? You had no right, shouted one of the senior elders. His staff shaken in his grip. You had no right to release Ogüñyãya without, just release him like that. That demonic spirit is roaming all over the place, and you think this is going to end where? And Kabiyesi said, do not talk to me in that manner. Do not forget I am Onirisha. Don't you dare talk to me in that manner. You cited my Oloris. You fought for injustice to continue inside the same palace. I am trying to do what is right. And kudos to Kabiyesi. Our people, they don't talk, they say any snake when no using venom, they little children, they go use them as rope to tie firewood. Kabiyesi begin they use your they pump and fume. Let them be afraid of you. Their own self too much. Oginidi, what happen? Ogüñyãya must not go back. As a matter of fact, even when you release immunity, still keep Ogüñyãya there. Let them be afraid. Share that he said they're stubborn. Now that they run kitty, kata, kitty. Kabiyesi said you expected me to trap Ogüñyãya when the very women under my roof attempted to use everything against me, my sacred inheritance, to build spiritual walls around themselves. He replied sharply, you expect me to protect those who move behind me, behind the crown, to summon what they were not authorized to summon? Another elder interrupted. They want, us to sit under a roof where, Ogüñyãya walks freely. I am out of here. And Kabiyesi said, if you get out of this chamber, do not come back. Oma, elder nyash down, because Nano said that thing, it might not be that important to you, but to them, it's very important. Another elder said, what if it strikes another? What if it enters the woman's chambers again? What was the question? And they only rose to the occasion. Ogüñyãya has never ever gone and attacked any innocent person. You have been in this palace. You have read our oral history and everything. Give me one case, just one case of a time where Ogüñyãya attacked an innocent soul. Bring it. I want to know of that case. If I get that case, I will trap Ogüñyãya. But for now, I will not trap Ogüñyãya until immunity is removed from all those, who do not deserve to live with immunity. You can go ahead. You can continue to politicize it. You can continue to play favorite with it. That is your business. As long as you continue to play favorite, as long as you continue to make politics of our culture and tradition, you will live with Ogüñyãya in this palace. Find out. It is not a small something. They said grabs echoed through the room. Deoni's words were not random. He was referring to someone, maybe more than one person, right there in the sacred gathering. One of the chiefs dropped his staff. His voice trembled. Then this palace is no longer safe, not for the women, not for the servant, not for anyone until you contain this thing. We will not honor any sitting. We will not answer any summon. Let the throne remain isolated until the gods decide to return peace. And the Ooni of Ife did not flinch. And he went ahead to say, so be it. Ogüñyãya will not be trapped until immunity is finally released. And when the elders were about to go, another elder stood up and said, you all behaved like boys. Greed will not allow you greed will not allow you reason well. Can't you see the peace that we are enjoying? Can't you see women and men going about their businesses? Can't you see the quietness? Can't you see the humility of even the Oloris? Are you not seeing everything? This is happening because Ogüñyãya was released. Every day one pot, every day the other pot. And let them come and plant the pot again. As you're going, go and give them pots. Give them pots to come and plant. As they are digging the ground to plant it, if Ogüñyãya will not use his staff on their waist, go and give them pot. Greedy elders. In fact, they say they will holler in the palace. They said the wahala in the palace is not small. Heavy wahala happened in the palace of the Ooni of Ife over Ogüñyãya. They say whisper filled the halls. No one expected this level of, problems from, all angles. Not when so many influential elders were united in front of him. But he stood unshaken. His guards were on edge and whisper reached the women's quarters. Some Oloris locked their doors, others packed their belongings in silence. And, they knew that, you see, this time, if you say you stop and you want to repent, you must repent. They are already seeing it. Action. They say elders are hailing Kabiyesi. Kabiyesi, Kabiyesi. They say elders are hailing Kabiyesi because Kabiyesi stood his grounds. That they have just seen the Ooni of Ife that they used to know. It's not a small thing. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.